Number 3. So we're taking a look at number 3. What does a cursive lowercase l stand for? Slant height. Okay. So the data that we need to collect is P. We don't need H because we're not finding volume. We need a P, we need an L, and we need a B. So sometimes it helps to go off to the side and say, hey, what values do I need to plug into my formula? So, Hassan, what is the perimeter of this hexagon? 18. 3 times 6. 18. The slant height was given to us. How do you find the lateral surface area of a pyramid? 1/2 PL or PL divided by 2. Very good. So 18 times 8 divided by 2. And that's where the 72 came from. Okay? Jenny? Yes? You thought it was a pentagon. That'll do it to you. Okay. Surface area. The good news about surface area is you take the lateral area that you already worked hard to find, and then what do you add to it? The base. Now, in number 3, the base is a little more complicated than in number 1 and 2. So what I would do is I would draw the base facing me, and then I bet you can do this in your sleep by now. You draw this, you say, hey, that's 1.5, hey, that's 1.5 root 3. You've gotten used to that. Oh, that's half of that, that's root 3. All right. Anyways, so to find the area of this base, it is apothem times perimeter divided by 2. You don't type root 3, so you type 1.5 times 18 divided by 2. You can press math enter, enter, and it'll be a fraction, or you can keep it as a decimal. 27 halves root 3 is what you get when you do 1.5 times 18 divided by 2. All right, which one was next? 10? Clear. I'm using a different one. Okay. Number 9. Find the surface area of a regular triangular pyramid whose base edge length is 5 and whose slant height is 8. Okay, so what I would do is I would not try to draw the whole pyramid. I would just draw the base facing me. I would draw the base. 5, 5, 5. We want the surface area. So we're going to have to collect P, L, and B. We're going to have to collect all of those things. Surface area is the longest formula we have in all of our choices, unfortunately. Blake T, what is P for this shape?
25.
For this shape. What's P?
15.
15, all right. So instead of P, I'm going to put 15. What's L, guys? They gave it to us. The slant height is 8. 15 times 8 divided by 2. So the only thing we really have to find in this whole problem is B. Area of the base. Do you remember the shortcut formula? S squared root 3 over 4. If you remember it, you just plug 5 in. You get 25 fourths. And it's over. If you don't remember it, then you have to do this. That, and then you have to do base times height divided by 2. Either way, different routes, same destination. Either way, you're going to get, what did I say, 25 fourths root 3. So, get that and then add that to it. They're not combinable, so you keep them separate. Okay, what was the last one? 10, thank you. Number 10, oh, right after it. Find the surface area of a regular hexagonal pyramid. So I'm going to draw a hexagon whose base edge is 4 and slant height is 7. So same story. P, L over 2 plus B. P is easy. Sounds kind of weird when I say it. Taylor, what is the perimeter of that?
24.
24. So instead of P, I'm going to put 24. We were given L. 7. So that part's done. Now we just need to find capital B. This one's prettier because there's no decimals. Woohoo! 2 root 3. So apothem times, oh, we already found the perimeter, 24, divided by 2. What cancels?
2.
So it's 24 root 3 right there staring at us. 20, oops, that's a 3. 24 root 3. So it's that plus 24 root 3. Is that okay? Like, okay. Anything else, Jenny? You want to add one to it? Oh, I thought you were going to ask that one. I'll work it very quickly. Number 8. You ready for this, guys?
Let's go for it.
Okay. So, we know that in a pyramid, I'm redrawing this right here, by the way. In a pyramid, the slant height, which they told us is x, the height, which I'm going to call h, and the apothem form a right triangle. Now, if this is x, but I'm using this triangle right here, what would I call this? Good. 1/2 x. How do you find the missing side of a right triangle?
You do
Pythagorean Theorem, class. So, if I want to do Pythagorean Theorem with this guy, I am doing x squared minus, do you know why I'm doing minus?
to get the other one.
Because it's hypotenuse in leg. I have a hypotenuse and I have a leg. You always do minus. Okay, this is an algebra lesson. I'm really doing just mainly a lot of algebra. So let me give myself a better background since we're just going to do some algebra. Oh, how do I do that? Never mind.
Oh no, it needs to be restarted.
Okay, never mind. That's a lofty idea. All right, so let's clean this up. X squared would be x squared. What's 1/2 squared? 1/4. 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4. And then you have to square the x squared. So there we go. Let's clean this up. You've got 1x squared minus a 4th x squared. What's 1 minus a 4th? 3/4. Very good. 3/4 x squared equals h squared. What's always the last step of Pythagorean Theorem? Square root. So I'm going to square root, whoa, that whole thing. Let's do one at a time. What's the square root of 3? Well, it's the square root of 3. What's the square root of 4? 2. What's the square root of x squared? X. And that's how you get square root of 3 over 2x. Square root of 3 over 2x. And I'm not going to do any more on that because now you can find everything else. And that spent a lot of time, I believe.